students, you are welcome to today's facilitation exercise on ISL113 Qur'anic Ethics. Our title of discussion today, or our topic of discussion rather, is morality as regards the duties of leaders and their subjects. Leaders and the subjects. Then we will also look at justice as contained in the Quran. What are the lessons the Quran teaches on justice, on doing justice? Then we will end today's lecture with looking at some of the characteristics of the people that are faithful, the characteristics of the faithful. So this will be the content of our discussion today. My name is Professor Mustafa Rahim, your regular facilitator. If you are ready, then let's continue. All right. You are welcome. I'm Mustafa Rahim, and this is my email address as usual. Let's continue. Yes. We want students to achieve the following objectives at the end of today's lesson. Students should be able to explain what moral duties of the rulers are. The moral duties of the rulers. You know, in every society we have rulers or leaders and we have the followers. So what are the moral duties of any ruler or any leader in a society? Then you should be able to explain that. And again, students should be able to explain what are the responsibilities of the subjects. When we talk of subjects, that is not subject like mathematics or English or Yoruba. No, we are talking of the followers in society, those people that are being led, the people in the society upon which the rulers whom the rulers are controlling. So they are the subjects. When we talk of subjects here, then you should be able to explain what are the duties of the subjects too, which are their responsibilities. Then we want to look at justice as described in the Quran. Justice in a society. What does the Quran talk about justice, doing justice in a society, if we want to make the society to grow? Then again, we want to look at general characteristics of the people that are truthful. If we say people are very truthful, what makes them to be truthful? What do we see in them? So we want you, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to give some of these characteristics. You list them and explain them. So these are what we want to talk about. And you can see when we talk of justice, this is the symbol of justice. You can see the weight. So what we use to weigh, to measure justice. And you always see this one in the court of law. So now let's look at the moral duties of rulers. And as I told you earlier, in every society there must be some people, group of people that will be the rulers or the leaders. So rulers or leaders, whichever one. So we have the followers too. So but today let us start by looking at the characteristics of the leaders. Leaders must ensure that there is justice on the land. They must ensure that injustice, oppression, and persecution find no place at all in their area, in their domain. There should be no injustice, there should be no oppression, there should be no persecution whatsoever. So that is a characteristic of an exemplary leader. So when we talk of leader, you know, we have so many leaders. We may have good leaders and we may have bad leaders. But here, Quran is talking of good leadership. So leaders must always remember that they will account for their leadership on the day of judgment. So that is the teaching of the Quran. Leaders should know that they will give account of whatever they do. And this is supported by the hadith of the Prophet, which says that all of you are shepherds, and Allah will call you to come and render the account of your shepherdhood. That is how you rear your hearts. Then righteousness, fear of God, honesty, fairness, modesty, justice, and all these good qualities are what is expected to be found in a good leader or leadership. Then, on the other hand, as we have the leaders, we have the followers, the subjects. So, a subject, a follower in a society must avoid those acts which are capable of bringing harm to the leaders. That is, you should protect your leaders. You protect your nation by protecting your leaders. You should not subject or open them into what can bring them into disrepute. Then, you must not collaborate with any saboteurs. Anybody who is an enemy of the nation or enemy of your leader, you must avoid such a person. You must not assist such a person to carry out their heinous intention. So, a subject that is a follower must also be ready to serve his society. Maybe it's a town, or it's a country, or it's a state. So he must be ready to serve. He must be, if he is called upon to come and render any service, he should be ready. So a good subject must be ready to sacrifice his life for the survival and the progress of his community. That is a characteristic of a good follower. So, and again, citizens, they owe leaders cooperation by paying their taxes. You know, without IGR, it is difficult for a society to grow. So without money. So anything that will assist the society to grow is what a follower should be ready to do. So they do that by paying their taxes and all other dues. If you are a driver or a community driver or whatever, a commercial driver, you take your papers. You obtain your papers regularly. So then let's look at justice. Justice is defined as what? The constant and perpetual disposition of legal matters. So giving due, what is due to everybody, you give everybody their due. That is what justice is all about. And then the Quran chapter 4 verse 58, we have quotations from there that talks about justice. You can also see that in Quran chapter 4 verse 105. So you should avoid partiality. You should be firm and you should be fair. A leader must be very fair and very just, even if it is against your close relationship. The Quran chapter 4 verse 135, as you quoted, said you should be just, even if it is against your close relations. So, the characteristics of those who are very truthful include believing in God, believing in the last day, believing in the existence of angels, believing in holy books, believing in messengers, spending in the way of God, then keeping regular prayer, practicing regular charity. You have to be giving out charity to people to assist the less privileged. And you should keep your contract, your promises. So, and you stand firm against any evil. So these are the characteristics of those people that are very truthful in a society. So in a nutshell, to summarize, we have discussed today the moral duties of the rulers, the moral duties of the followers in the society, and we look at justice as described in the Quran and the characteristics of those who are very truthful in the view of the Quran, according to the viewpoint of the Quran. So this is our lesson for today. Let's meet again next lesson so that we continue. Thank you. God bless you.